Lord of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. Beyond sight. Beyond sight.
Like this.
Here we go again. We're back with the special voice. It's Sight Beyond Sight with your hosts, Nick and Andrew.
Yay, wish I had the clapping sound.
We're doing game show shit today.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a real shit. We back. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's
too
been-
long.
yes,
And
yes.
we're probably going to change the format a little bit so we're not doing
Yeah.
individual things because we got
Mental
a lot
therapy.
to talk about.
Yeah, I feel like I got
Uh,
sting or bit by a fucking bug.
I hope
think
so.
already
I
did.
hope it's a poisonous spider that gives you reverse Spider-Man
I
powers.
feel like I did get bit by a bug or a spider. That is not funny.
Anyway, today we have a lot to talk about. Like he said, we got to talk about the season finale for Falcon and Winter Soldier, or should I say Captain America and Winter Soldier now. We're going to talk about the season finale of Invincible. We're going to talk about the season premiere of Bad Batches. Bad Batch, my bad. And probably some rambling in between.
I ramble all day. You already know that.
And when I'm saying that we're going to change the format, we're thinking about it, doing like at least 2 podcasts that just encompass everything we talk about instead of doing it individually because it takes more time. And at this moment, and everything's opening up and the summer coming up and moving and all this shit is going to be, it's going to be difficult to do that. So fuck it. Let's start this shit. So what do you want to talk about first?
What we gonna start with? What we gonna?
You want to start with Falcon? So because it was the
what we gonna start
longest
with?
one.
Facts. I mean, was it the longest one?
Yeah, because I ended first, and then Invincible. Actually, no, that and Invincible ended the same day. Then Mortal Kombat came out. Forgot to say.
No,
we're gonna
it
talk
came.
about that.
It came in that same chronological order. If we go by the way I watched it, then
Yeah, then it gets weird.
yeah.
Uh,
But
fuck it, Falcon.
we'll
Let's
start.
go.
We'll do Falcon. Winter Soldier. Yeah. Why the hell not? We'll do it for the people.
So you had to watch it by now. If you're especially looking at shit for it, you had to watch it by now. So
Yes.
whatever we talk about spoilers, but I'm not going to give you the breakdown of the whole episode. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
So, but my opinions on it was that it started out good with the whole, like, everything was predictable. Like we said from the first episode, everything in the show is going to be very predictable.
Yeah.
You know what suit he had in the last episode from Wakanda, and you know what's happening there. You know, at the end of this show, U.S. Agent's going to get his U.S. Agent show, and I just like how he
I don't
was
think
on
he's gonna
Twitter.
get a show.
No, I mean, his
He got his shine.
yeah, not his shine, but he got his suit that we all knew that he was going to get eventually.
All right.
That's what I
all right.
meant.
He
I'm
got
just
his-
rambling. Like
he
I'm
got
not.
his black suit that he complained about.
Yeah, I think that was a troll.
Think he told him?
I would think it was a troll.
I would give him respect for that because it could go either way. He could be a good guy or he could be bad. Like either way, and it'd be interesting because people hate him anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So I think he was trolling on that. I could be wrong. If he was just a egotistical fucking guy,
he's
like,
the
I
son
wanted
of
to
Kurt
jump in
Russell.
suit.
He could be a dick if he wants to, or he could be very smart. I mean,
That's
the guy
Kurt
escaped
Russell's
from
son?
yeah, right.
Oh,
Is it
shit.
the guy who escaped from New York and LA?
Yeah, the guy that was in
Snake
Guardians.
Plissken. Yeah,
He was
yeah,
Guardians.
yeah. That's the son.
He's Star-Lord's.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
they're brothers.
Yes.
Um,
Chris Pratt, you have a brother out there.
totally different name and mother and father, but apparently the same.
In the Marvel universe, y'all matter.
But yeah, it was a good episode. I think it was a good finale. Again, predictable, but I'm pretty sure they're either gonna make a movie or another series because they could do this
No,
shit forever.
Yeah, they said they're gonna make another series, possibly. Like they're leaning towards season 2 of the show, whatever.
What do you think about it?
I thought it was actually pretty good, but I didn't think like maybe it was the hype of the expecting a lot of crazy stupid action
Yeah,
and not getting it
yeah, that's true.
is the only part that drew me away from the last episode. But besides that, I thought it was great.
Yeah, because it started out with action and then
Yeah.
it like died down for real.
Like I thought it was gonna be a lot more, but then again, the way the story is explained and what they're leaning towards, and then from hearing like weeks later, they might do a season 2. It just makes sense. Then you don't have to do too much. You're you're not climaxing and ending it like you did WandaVision, because you know WandaVision is gonna go into another story where Wanda's gonna be doing something else, and it's gonna be a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Like that's already done. It's just now the connections to it.
Yeah.
This you can actually add on to, because when they did what I'll bring it up, the Marvel announcements for the movies and all of that, there is nowhere for Falcon, Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
Captain America, whatever you want to say it is like called. They're not there. They're not. There's no need for them, to be honest. Maybe
Yeah. And I mean, because I look at it
yeah,
as they're street level heroes. It's almost
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Netflix series, how they're all street level.
like the
They could stay a
Daredevil type
series.
shit, yeah. But no, they could stay there. They, the rumor is that they were gonna do another show. I mean, another season, and most likely a movie, or at least just a Captain America movie that would have, you know, obviously Winter Soldier in it, because that would make sense.
Yeah.
So, like, I could see that happening,
Mm-hmm.
but right now, within like just in the Marvel talk aspect, you see everything that they're doing is everything that any smart nerd knows about, is the whole, you know, multiple universes and everything. Once you've seen the Ant-Man Watson and Quantum Mania shit,
Yeah.
you already know.
And Kang
So-
the Conqueror.
yeah, and all of that shit. So like this is like the best group that they have, that they could just later on, whenever they want, like boom, yo, another season of 8 episodes,
Yeah.
just to fill in that gap that happens in 2021 to 2022 ish,
yeah.
and
Nope.
it'd be perfect.
It's a fact. And plus, since they're street level heroes,
Mm-hmm.
you got mad villains. The only thing I hope for the next season is either put a villain group out there or do a main street level villain, sort of how like Daredevil led up to Kingpin
Yeah.
and, you know, Punisher with Jigsaw and all that. I want them to have not a mainstay villain. It doesn't have to be mainstay, but either do a villain group or a main villain that everyone that knows somewhat about comic books would understand. Like, for example, like bullshit one, but I think it's a Spider-Man villain, like Tombstone. Put Tombstone in there and they'll be like, oh shit, there's a rock guy.
You could, you could definitely do that. Like, I get what you mean. Like, they can have that, but it depends on what they've been into. Like, let's
Yeah,
say when
that's
we
true.
talked about like the Daredevil for Netflix, they got to a Kingpin to build to a Bullseye and shit like that,
Yeah.
and all of that, like to build that little thing. So if they know that they're not gonna do a movie,
Yeah.
this should be a series.
Yeah.
That's
And
in
a
my opinion.
continuing
That
series.
I would.
And you could
consider that
go
one of the
you
two.
could go for years and years and
Yeah.
years on that. And they're both young actors that
And they don't have a lot
Yeah.
of special effects, to be honest.
yeah. So it's just kind of like I think that they could do a lot, unlike WandaVision, where it's kind of hard to continue. Like, I think that if they're gonna do a
The
season
stories
2 of
aren't as
WandaVision,
long. You could do a long Captain America, even like this version of Captain America that is fucking Falcon, whatever. He whatchamacallit. What I was gonna add, that shit threw me off for a second.
yeah, I saw that. I was just like, should I talk?
He whatchamacallit. He has a long enough story. Like they
Yeah.
told, like they have a lot of comics and a lot of shit based on him, whatever. So
hmm
yeah.
So I think that they could do a lot, and I think they did a decent job. It's not the greatest shit ever, but it's pretty good. I was okay with it. I was satisfied. Were you satisfied with the ending, or you wanted way more?
But no, the
I mean, the whole season and
the whole
general.
season I was fine with.
Yeah.
You want to say like the ending one, the Power Broker? I think
Yeah,
that was it?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. That,
Carter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all seen that coming.
Yeah.
Like,
And if you haven't noticed it, because he didn't,
yeah.
they explained, if you listen to the whole season, they kept saying Captain America's gone as if he was dead, but you know he's not dead at the end of Endgame. But they said in this episode he's in space. So he's on I'm pretty sure he's on the Sword Station or the moon or something.
So,
They'll explain that some
but
other.
see, that's the issue. Like, because they say he's not coming back.
No, that's fine if he doesn't come out, but they're saying why he's not. That's a good way
They're
to
just
say that
gonna
he's
leave
not
him there,
there.
just
Yeah.
to leave him there, and then one day, and like by the time we in our 50s, they're gonna do one special, a Marvel special, and
He's gonna
fucking,
come back, and he doesn't
gonna-
need the CGI because he's
Yeah.
gonna be old.
and they're gonna just actually aged right. Like what the hell? Like,
And they're gonna
crazy.
pay him mad money, like his super retirement money. All right, so fuck it. We're gonna move on to Invincible. And shit, I'm gonna go to you first because I already know what's gonna happen reading the comic book. But
Dun.
when you saw what
Dun,
happened,
dun, 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 dun.
what did you think?
What I think, what happened? All right,
Well, give me your thoughts on the episode, and then give me your thought on what happened in the episode.
that the episode probably was the best episode that they did.
I agree.
That's easy the best episode. I'm a genius. Yeah, pat myself on the back.
I think I heard that too.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
awesome.
Yeah, because I knew the father was a dick. I wanted to swing on him because of his mustache for mad long. So I think honestly, like, just get it going. Basically, I thought it was awesome. I love the fact of the twist of kind of the story. Like, it's one of those things where I'm seeing that wave of like the boys and now this, where it's like, oh, they have superpowers and it's supposed to be good, and then they turn out to do bad things. I'm seeing that popularity wave coming.
They've been doing that for a while,
Yeah.
though. But yeah, go ahead.
No, like not like a while. Like it's more popular now. It's becoming like now everybody who's like, it's like the wrestling
Well-
aspect. Like you the anti W, you anti Marvel or DC.
Yeah,
You want to go on this wave where they don't do any other. Like I see it. I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it. I get it.
they're getting away from the corniness. I'm saying
Yeah.
they did it a while because obviously
Mhm.
these comics been going on for years, and they're
Yeah.
just getting into making it live action or cartoons. But go ahead, sorry.
But I see it. I get it. And you know what? Like I said, this episode was the best one,
Mhm.
and it was awesome. And I loved the logic. Listen, dialogue. I thought it was great. You know, it got that little emotional, the tearjerker, fucking oh, I still have you, dad. Like, nigga, you didn't even really like your dad. Like, you liked him, but you were a
he
mama's
looked up to him, sort of, but he was
Yeah,
a mama's boy,
He was a mama's boy.
and he still is.
Yeah, yeah.
Bitch.
This nigga called his wife a pet. I was
Yeah.
like, the burns that I could throw out there with those shit.
Oh.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't think he did that in I don't think she called her a pet in the comic books, but he did say
Yeah.
something like, "Your
Yeah.
mother's nothing to me." In the
Yeah,
comics, but
but the pet is a lot more of like a damn. That's a burn. Like to say nothing is like that's a normal. Like everybody's so.
that's what you say when you normally get mad.
Yeah, like,
You're nothing to me.
Yeah, so like that's just a shit. But the pet shit is like that's some savage. Like
Yeah.
I'm here
I
taking
was
over.
grooming her.
Yeah, yeah.
I was petting her to come up.
Yeah, nah, because that's what it was cool. Because like the whole shit about the planet started off like, all right, you know, very fake Krypton type shit, and
Yeah.
then boom, like we go into this, and then it made me laugh when I was watching it because I remember like they were explaining like the whole shit, like how they did the survival shit, and it was like, you know, we're killing the weaker ones off, and I was like, yes,
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
yeah,
Like fuck your weakness. Like I hate weakness, and that's what it was. Like just boom, nah, you ain't built for it. You ain't built for this.
yeah,
And then it makes everything make sense though throughout the episodes, like earlier.
yeah.
For people who don't know and don't get it, is like, oh, that's why he was always there watching certain things because
Yeah.
he was testing and
Yeah, he was
seeing.
testing them, yeah.
So like, I honestly I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I like the way that they left off like at the end where they show like, oh, all these the same people that we showed already,
Yeah,
like what they're doing. So you know, like they're gonna come back. So we already announced it season 2 and 3.
yeah,
Like it's, you know, it's the whole perfect promotion timing where you announce it and then it comes out, so it makes sense why the last fucking probably 3 minutes of it all was connected to like an announce. It was like literally an announcement of season 2.
yeah,
Like that's what it was like. It's like, look at, he's still here. He's still here. This person, these people, they want revenge. They want to. Everything's good. I'm just being like, I don't want to sound too like happy on it, loving it like everybody, and not hating. So I'm trying to be in the middle. So I'm going back and forth the way I speak
Yeah.
about it. Like, yeah.
yeah. So like, I thought I totally agree. I think this was the best episode, but of course, like reading the comic books, I know what was gonna happen. I knew they were gonna end on that. How they were doing the timing of everything, because that's just a great thing to end the season on, because that's what makes you want to come back.
No, I
If
feel
they
that,
did
but-
that earlier, which they did in the comic books, it's kind of like, oh shit, this happened. But in the comic books, I just felt like they had so much. But I totally
See,
agree
but
with
this
they
is
did.
my question, and I see it as simple as way I could put it. at the end of, because actually, yeah, it actually works because you read both. At the end of the Walking Dead,
Yeah.
Compendium or whatever the fuck it's
Yeah.
called, volume 1, it's the governor.
Okay, yeah, I think
At the end of the first
Invincible.
Invincible, shit, I almost called him a crap. Invincible,
Uh-huh.
is it him fighting his father?
Finding his father.
Fighting his father.
Oh no! Well, what just happened?
Like everything that just happened.
No, that
Okay.
was like early.
Okay, so
That was early. Like I'll give
So
it. I'll
then-
give it
all right.
away to where it was. I'm not gonna say it was like a few
Mm.
issues in, but
how many issues if you could
Oh.
compare and contrast the Walking Dead breakdown, like show comic, to
I'm trying to think because I haven't watched like Walking Dead like season 1 compared to the fucking book. Like that's hard.
all right, because I kind of explained it a little harder and all. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, all right, in one whole compendium of the Walking Dead,
Yeah.
we had 4.5 seasons.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would say with you.
And now in this,
They
because
could
the way
probably
you
do the same.
you were explaining it, this is why I was trying to figure it out. Because I was like, I don't know, because I never read it. I
Well-
was like, how many different stories were probably in there before we got to this?
Well,
climate.
and I'm not going to give too many spoilers, like
Yeah.
spoilers, but I think in the one compendium, and this is why I was kind of not happy with it, because I felt like the book was spaced out more,
Hmm.
because there's like they threw 4 different villains in this one. Again, it's 8 episodes, so I understand you're not doing 100 or 50 comic books, and, whatever, but it was longer for that reason, but there were story arcs. So say like the Mars episode, that should have been like 2 episodes or a longer episode,
Okay.
because there's more to it. Like, yeah, he went to space and I don't think, maybe it was to test him out a little bit, but that storyline, like the way it is in a comic book, it just fits perfectly.
Mm.
So when you're saying like The Walking Dead, it was one compendium was 4 seasons. I technically think they can do this, because if they do the next season, literally they could do nothing about his father, and then have the people, like I felt like they did the Stone guy.
Yeah.
They did his whole story arc already,
It seemed
and
like
they
that.
kind of did the guy who was stealing the kids and making them robots. They did his storyline,
Yeah.
but they should have done it later.
Mm.
But it was like, you still have the guy that's on Earth from Mars. There's a main villain that becomes like his arch nemesis that really fucks him over.
So he gets an arch nemesis. Interesting.
Yes, besides the people that are coming later from his race.
Personally, his race part doesn't still attract, because his father flying away, which is that emotional, the tearjerker shit.
Yeah,
I get all of that, but it was like it didn't leave me think. If they
Dude,
would have left the
it
show
gets
off
so
with
good,
the people from that planet,
yeah.
like the whatever they call Omni people, whatever you
Mhm.
want to call them. Like, and they showed like, and they realized like, oh, Omni Man's a bitch, and we have to go and like do this.
Nope, it's not even that.
Then like anything
there's-
to make it realize like they're acknowledging.
Okay.
and seeing.
I said it from the get-go. Alan the alien is a humongous part of the storyline. That's why he's a fan favorite. Later, I'm saying probably like one of the last seasons, you're gonna see the Battle Beast,
Mm.
and he becomes a fan favorite for a reason. But what his father does, I'm not gonna say it. What his father does when he leaves, and when he finds out
Mm.
where his father is and what he's doing and all the shit, it becomes so fucking. I think that was the end of Compendium 2, where I was just like, I'm fucking hooked. Or as either 1 or 2, where I was just like, holy shit, and I just read the other ones quick.
Yeah.
But no, where his father goes is very good. So I think that's gonna be the end of season 2
Mm.
of they're explaining what his father's doing. Now this season, like I said, there's a lot of characters they didn't bring in that they could do offshoots and side things of, that Robert Kirkman made like his own little
All right.
universe in the Image universe, which was weird. But because you see Savage Dragon in the comic books and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
But it was there's a lot that they could do without doing anything with his father.
Mm.
So I think what they might do in season 2 is bring his arch nemesis in that might come back in a later episode, season 3 or 4. But I think next season they're gonna keep his dad out of it, bring in his arch nemesis because he does some really fucked up shit,
Yeah.
and then progress like that. If they
That
don't,
would make sense. You have to bring the arch nemesis at least by the 3rd season, so you have something to build off of now.
yeah. But I feel like there's certain things that I think when what happens with the father and all that, like I'm trying to think if that's what happens with, yeah. Well, in the comic books, the other thing I was trying to mention, that like the reason why I liked reading the comic book versus the show is there's reoccurring characters, but they end up like, okay, this happened. Like say I think the first 3 episodes they had the people in the dimensions and they were aging. That happened in between comic books, so it wasn't in one comic book.
Yeah.
And don't worry, there's going to be more storyline with them. But it was just like, all right, this is what happened, and then a few comic books later, you see them again, just like with every other hero, like the guy who made the robots. You see him in one comic, and then they defeat him somehow, but he comes back in another so it's spaced out well in the comic books. I just felt like this season it was like cram the storyline here, cram the storyline here.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think it was a bad season. I think the last episode was the best episode, like you said. But I hope I'll watch. I'm not gonna not watch it. Like it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. It's watchable. So since that was all comic book shit, right? And we'll get off that. Now it's time for the game shit. So Mortal Kombat, the movie remake, whatever the fuck you want to call it. What are your thoughts? And is the story? Did they stay true to the characters?
Shit. All right. Did they say true to the? I'm trying to think of how to explain this. They did not stay true to the characters fully, but in a way they technically did with a few.
Okay.
But no, it was kind of like it was like a half in and half out. Same shit that we dealt with the originals, where they knew what they were doing, but then they did what other people told them, and you could tell.
Yeah.
By the way that shit went. The movie was trash compared to the original. Like to make the 95, the original movie look better and make more sense is pretty bad. Like,
wow,
that's honestly God true. Like, I get what they're trying to do. Like, they're trying to do more of a story, based off of like how they do like the newer games where they're doing real life things. Like, so it's the outworld will come and invade Earth and vice versa. Like, you know, fighting.
Yeah,
but you still have to build a tournament aspect. They didn't do that. They never built a tournament. They never built the concept and the understanding. Like, they gave the Scorpion story only because everybody watched that anime and wanted to rewatch that in live action.
Yeah.
That's all that was. And it wasn't even done as good as the anime still.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero, fine with it. And I know it's like the teasers of him being Noob Saibot because now he's died.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be what happens. I could let that rock. And I like that actor in general. Like, I watched him in The
Other
Warrior
movies and
and shit.
shit.
Yeah, he's a good actor. So I was cool with that. Hated the way they did Cabal. Love the fact that they brought out I can't remember her name. The dragon chick.
Oh,
because a lot of people don't know her, but she's in Deadly Alliance. She's she's an oddity in that mid generation where it's the original version of Sega's and Super Nintendo arcade to PlayStation, then new like PS4 and shit like that. They're right there in the middle. They're the Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon series.
With the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, like they have odd characters that aren't really seen like that. And I thought that was cool to bring her there. And all right, you want to sacrifice her for the one actual fatality. And I know they did other ones, but the one that looked like an actual good fucking fatality.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that's why I wanted your
Cool.
opinion.
Yeah,
Because
because
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
nah, but that's the thing. Like, that's one of it. Raiden seemed less important than he ever did. Shang Tsung, that guy, he's another one that's seen in multiple shit.
But he wasn't important.
He
either.
wasn't important. Yeah, it didn't matter. He didn't like
Do
they
my
did
thing.
a build and a storyline, and like they did too many movies in one,
Mm,
trying to build a universe, and that's what
Yeah.
killed them.
yes.
It was like you did too fast. Like, yo, you could literally take the what is it, 6? I'm pretty sure. I think it's 6 original characters, and you can make a movie based off of them.
Yeah.
And you have that's still with Goro, who you ruined. And Goro got punched in the nuts in the 90s and did a whole and fell off
Funny
a cliff.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah. And still didn't get bitched out as bad as he got bitched out fighting a nigga who looked like Aquaman.
Oh, his
Just
suit.
saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
the new guy.
Yeah.
See, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cut you off.
I'm just saying, like, but
yeah.
he was just trash. Like,
Yeah.
that character was supposed to be a lead up. And I remember telling him dead ass after we watched the trailer, and I think we did a review on the trailer, and I probably said it on that review on the trailer. He is gonna turn out to be like how they did the I'm Robin and the Batman series. He's gonna be Johnny Cage. No, he didn't do that, but apparently he's gonna go and recruit Johnny Cage in California. Come on, man. Like, kill this guy off then. And keep Johnny. Have the actual good Johnny Cage.
Characters. Yeah.
You have multiple versions of Nick Hughes. There's a kick-ass version. There's a Hollywood version. There's a dead version.
But they did that for I know a few reasons, and this is where movies again fuck shit up sometimes. Because I almost agree with you 100%. Because that's the thing I was saying. I was upset. It was just like, don't build up to a tournament and then not do a tournament. Like, the whole thing, it's a fucking tournament. So I was just like, I want to see this person versus this person, but not in the way they did it. Like, you find Raiden's place, and then Kano breaks in. I'll tell you the thing about
Yeah.
their powers too. I'll get into that. But I say there's 2 reasons why I say this, and it could be blasphemy, but maybe I'll change my mind.
Mhm.
But when I was watching it, I was thinking like it's on par with number 1 with me, because if you watch number 1, it's dated, the CGI sucks, and all this stuff. And the storyline isn't that great in the first one, but it's not great in this one.
No,
And-
it's one of those things where it's like, why? Like, that budget, like, yo, y'all niggas lie, because everybody that was talking to y'all said y'all putting your best effort to tell these type
Yeah.
of story.
And
you get
almost
this.
it could have been good. Not saying it almost was
Mhm.
good. It could have been great. But the problem I find is, again, the tournament aspect gone.
Mhm.
And then to me, it's kind of like, I know you want to do the okey doke for stupid people, and you want to do it for either toys or game shit. Like, you want the lead character in this movie to be a new character, so you could have people buy him to play the game. But he sucked. He sucked. Like, his power is to get a chest
He
shield,
didn't get anything
and then
and
little
some blades.
stupid. Yeah, like, come on.
He looked like one of well,
But
nah, I
it-
can't
it
even say
wasn't
what I was
even
gonna
cool
say, because that's my
weapons.
favorite character, and one of my favorite characters.
It
in
wasn't
Soul
even
Calibur.
cool weapons. It wasn't a cool ability.
Nah,
he
had
could
the
take
little thing,
punches
ting,
and
ting,
like, stop.
ting, ting. No, they overdid it, and like, it's one of the things, because when I was reading certain shit after that weekend, it was like, oh, the MMA character, da da da, and I was like, if you're gonna base like him as an MMA like Mortal Kombat character,
Yeah.
one, fuck him already, because that's not even the point of Mortal Kombat.
It's
Mortal
not
Kombat
about-
doesn't really do fighting style, even though they did it. They did do it in the video game. Just that anybody who played the video games back then know, like, yes, in the PS2 versions, you could switch fighting styles to a weapon up to like 3 different styles.
Yeah.
I get that, but I mean fighting style, like within just naturally fighting, there was no unique like style like a Tekken.
Yeah.
So that part didn't matter to me.
Yeah. It was about abilities more.
Yeah. They could have put Striker, honestly, and I'm gonna be blasphemy to say this.
You could have had a striker,
coulda
Sonya
put-
Blade.
You could have literally put Stryker in that role and have Stryker do all of that and made Stryker's storyline a lot better than what you make it in the video game.
Yes, but I totally agree with him because I like the first point is I understand the concept of making a new character, but you didn't make him cool. You didn't make his storyline even matter. And then I hate the reason for abilities. Like, oh, you have a special thing in you and you are born with a tattoo, or if you defeat somebody with a tattoo, you
And
get a
you got
tattoo.
tats, and then you have these random abilities.
No,
And
that's
that was
stupid.
and that's one of the reasons why I said the 95, whatever, 96.
Was better, yeah.
Because they did it and they were just doing it like they
Kano looked
They
way
didn't make it
better
look-
in the original.
they didn't make it look corny doing some shit like, let's say like the bicycle kick shit. It wasn't corny in neither of the movies, like
Yeah,
to be honest. But it's one of those things like it was just a move. Like Johnny Cage, when you watched the second Mortal Kombat, when he goes to do his kick, he does like the flying kick.
yeah,
And when you play the video game, yeah, it's like a double multiple version
yeah.
type thing. So they kind of they tease at it in the movie, but then boom, he gets caught, gets his neck broken, he dies. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
But they do little shit like that, like what it was Liu Kang doing a fireball. It was that last moment shit, boom, to kill Shang Tsung.
But you see,
You know,
what-
like little shit like that, like it made it matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I think even in this movie, I think they did it well with Liu Kang and
Mhm.
Shang Tsung. But the thing is kind of like obviously the original movie, Liu Kang was the main guy. Like I don't care who you make the main guy. That's not my point.
Mm.
My point is this: like, it made sense in this movie because he was like, all right, he's supposed to be like a Shaolin monk, and if you do any kind of research on Shaolin monks, it's supposed to be in a like almost magical. Like there should be like the whole fire.
But no, he
and-
is a Shadow.
Yeah.
But that's in the series of the video games. Like,
Yeah.
because that's basically the canon.
Yeah.
That's what they had. Like the Shaolin monks is Kung
Kung
Lao
Lao
and
Shang and
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang.
Yeah.
But and he's supposed to be like a distant cousin instead of like
Mhm.
but yeah, like that's all right. Like I'm not saying, like you said, I think like with the dragon lady, pointless, except for the thing. Like
No, she was the
pointless.
sacrifice for that part.
I know,
And
but
I accepted because I'm a Kung Lao fan. And I was like, oh, that's one of my favorite fatalities.
of course,
Because it'll
but
be like,
the thing is, don't bring in character. Like my thing is this: you have the budget. They have the budget. Obviously, they're spending mad money on shit. One, I think the magic thing, the magic you get powers thing, like especially with Jax, like really, like don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Mortal Kombat 2 from the original movies is a better way that he could just take off his metal
no,
arms and
that
put it
was
back
corny.
on.
But the whole fucking Johnny Five Arms,
Yeah.
be alive,
And
Johnny
then he
Five.
kills somebody and then he gets his power. Like that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like you should have had these people make good arm. Like that's his ability. Like it has nothing to do with magic. He has metal fucking arms. He's super strong. Boom. And it's like those things annoyed me. Cabal annoyed me. Why do you have to have like a mobster kind of that? The voice killed me. The look,
Because they
the
didn't
look
know
was
what
all right.
they didn't
but-
know what Cabal to use. They were sure they wanted to use the original story plot or the reverse. Oh, now it's a different thing where he was good and ended up bad, and then now he's basically like the anti,
Yeah.
plays the middle. So they ended up doing that, but they just made it too talky. Yes, it was cool. They did the actual speed shit good.
He didn't take off his mask and scare the skin off of people. Like, come
Well-
on,
well,
man.
Well, they didn't have enough actors
Yeah.
apparently because they didn't have extras in this fucking movie.
No, but I just think that it
But-
could have been better. Like
Mhm.
you have, and I was really hoping. I was hoping because like, again, the trailer shows the last fight scene with Sub-Zero and Scorpion that everyone wanted to see. So I was just like, that's fine. Like you showed up, but don't do that. And then the rest of the movie, you could have shown some crazy shit, and you didn't.
No, they could have did a lot, but
They
that's the
coulda done a
same show with
lot.
like the animalities. Like honestly,
They can leave. They
this
can,
is
the only
all right,
person that
no,
should
no,
do
no,
an
no.
animality should be Shang Tsung, and that's another person.
No, because you
Didn't do
don't even
shit.
know who Shang Tsung's animated is.
It's a fucking cobra, asshole.
and to test you. No, what they should have did instead of doing animalities, and this is one of the smart things that they try to do:
You want a babyality? Friendship?
friendship. Again? And just dance with the cake. No, that would have been fucking awesome. By the way,
That would have been.
that would have been one of my end credits.
Yo, if they did that as that friendship, and then I was like, oh god. Look,
Basically, what they should have did is you had the, I know there were other fatalities in the movie, but they weren't that memorable.
no,
Kung
Kung Lao was the most.
Lao's
Yeah.
was memorable. That's one. Imagine if you would have actually fucking did different things. If you would have had like one fight end with a brutality and just like just beating the shit out the person, fucking them up. I know the X-ray part was supposed to be the Sub-Zero catching the blood. I mean, yes, it was
Yeah,
Sub-Zero
clot the
catching the
blood,
blood and
yeah.
doing all of that shit. I get that, but didn't really matter that much because the build up to it kind of sucked.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's a fact, and
no,
you
it
already
did
know what's
suck 'cause
gonna
it was
happen.
just like, oh, the offspring, and then it was just like we waited over 20 something years to finally watch Sub-Zero and Scorpion fight
yeah,
on screen,
yeah,
and you gave us this reason why they're fighting.
yeah.
Like fuck him, and then it wasn't as good and as long as it should have been.
Nope, that's a fact.
So
Like it was the last scene, but it was just like you could have done a lot more. And again, you had why I don't understand the main character. Like why I understand he's the descendant, but this is kind of like who gives a shit.
no, the movie fucking sucked. All right, you know what? The movie sucked. It didn't care. Like they cared about the now popularity of Mortal Kombat. And I'm gonna speak as an old head saying that. Where it's the so we have extra blood because we have more graphics and extra like it they just wanted to focus on how much they could do CGI wise. And they did what they had to do, like, oh, cool fight scenes, cool this, cool that. But it was like you really didn't have to tell the story the way you told the story. And even if you wanted to tell it in that way without going through fully the tournament, you start the movie off about the tournament. And then you
Yes.
show Kano, you show a Cabal, you show someone from the Dark Dragon going to Earth and corrupting and building. And that's when you
Yeah.
introduce and you build a Sonya and a
Bam.
Jax
Bam,
and fucking Striker.
bam,
And like, you know, the actual human Earth Johnny Cage, these niggas,
bam.
you build them up. That's how you do it. You're supposed to build this shit up. If you wanted to make a whole universe based off of a long ass series, which I love, like honestly love, like I think it would be a great movie if somebody actually put it together, right?
Yeah, did it right. Yeah.
It would be fucking amazing. It just makes sense because they went to the God level and they went and they took it away from the tournament. They kept the tournament logic and explained like that whole shit in the Mortal Kombat Armageddon or whatever the fuck it was called, that second movie in the original.
Yeah.
That whole
Annihilation.
concept is what the video game canon is. It's breaking the rules, just fighting each other,
Mm.
run up on niggas, squaring up, doing whatever. That's all you needed to do for a Mortal Kombat movie.
Mhm.
Have the humans of Earth being the military-ish type people,
Or even the monk
special
shit.
people, yeah, but having the monks, which
Yeah.
were being the Liu Kangs and the
And
Kung Laos and all of
that
that. Like, but I'm saying like that's the connection that you bring, like to bring
Yeah.
in what you
It makes
like,
it makes the
monsters.
characters relatable too, because when you're thinking
Yes.
about like Outworld, it should be monsters or monster-esque people.
And that's how you do the shit.
Yeah.
And when they fight, they don't say that they're doing a fatality. They don't say they fucking had a flawless victory, which I have no idea why the fuck you did that
They
in
did
the
it
movie.
because it's like a fanfare. Like this is
But
the
nobody
problem.
wanted. If you wanted to do the fanfare of that, you get the actual original voice and you let the original voice do it while that guy
Yeah.
stands there and looks cool.
Yeah.
That's wrestling
Like,
logic.
and I feel
Look
like,
there and look cool.
but it's with everything. That like when you look at the movie, and this is why I want to talk to you about it before like giving an opinion, is because like I was feeling a certain way because I didn't know how to feel. Like I didn't think the movie was
Listen,
trash.
I watched. You want to know how many times I watched that movie? You want me to be honest with you? I watched that movie almost 5 times on Friday.
I think I watched it twice,
I
but
watched it 5 times. I fell asleep 2 out of the 3 times, and I was angry. So I go to Kenny, and
yeah,
that's my cousin, little midget hobbit nigga.
he's never gonna be on.
Never be on it. He got fired with his fucking
But his
Beast
brother.
Titan. Him and his Beast fucking Titan. And nigga looks like which is
I should get that picture I sent you guys from my old phone with him, like I saw on the TV that looked like an adult him getting arrested.
that's what it looks like. But I spent so I told him, and but then the weekend of terror I went through, it's been a long vacation that we were on, for me at least. He probably fucking relaxed as fuck. So
Sort of, kinda.
so basically,
Shout out to my mom. I did a vacation.
so basically, what I'm trying to say is, I was telling him, I'm like, yo, you watch Mortal Kombat? You want to know how I left the crib? And this is just a joke, just in general. I was just like sitting there in the living room with him and the other. And basically, I was just like, you didn't watch Mortal Kombat. You didn't watch King Kong versus Godzilla. You never watched Invincible.
You keep saying incredible.
Like,
I
didn't finish.
I wish I had an editor. So every time you fuck up the name, the fucking name comes up like in the thing when they're gonna say his name at first.
And then fucking
with the blood splatter, like
yeah, you didn't finish fucking Falcon Winter Soldier. Like I was just like, yo,
what do you have to talk about?
Thank you. Thank you. I literally said that to him with her there. And like I literally, and like she started laughing, and I was just like, yo, hit me up tomorrow. And I walked out the house.
Yeah.
I was just like, you had me here, and I was just like, I want to talk about these things, and you have no knowledge of it.
I gotta say, and this is gonna be, there's some extra shit that you're gonna hear. I gave you, we paid for a separate thing. All you had to do was like, we could have done a Zoom chat, nigga. You could have recorded and put it out.
I was mad.
This motherfucker's in Florida.
It's like I just went on vacations. If I knew we were going on vacation, but nigga, I would have said vacation.
That was from my mom, though. It wasn't for me.
I would have called the big booty bitch. And I would have been fine. Like, I would have found my my lies, and I would have kept myself busy.
All right.
I was upset.
Maybe not next month because I fucked up my credit, but July week we're going to Florida, or June because Hulk Hogan's supposed to be in the Hulk Hogan store.
I'm down. I am. Let me know.
And I'm mad because last weekend he was in the fucking store.
I got the bread.
And when I asked the girl, the same girl that we went down there to see, I was like, "Yo, when's the next time he's here at the store?" She's like, "I'm not sure, but in June he might do another signing."
Nah, I'm trying to go. I'm like, I run it. What we did 4 days there. Hey, y'all gonna catch our personal information. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
We haven't been doing this for like 2 weeks, so you're gonna catch a lot of extra shit.
We did 4 days there because we landed early. We went early.
I think we did 4. Yeah, we did 4 days.
4 to 5 days is another lit. Like I'm trying to do another like week.
That's what I'm saying. July, I'm going for a week because I'm looking for houses at the same time. And Chris said to tell him. Oh, Beast Titan. My bad. Beast Titan said to tell him.
Beast Titan, the nigga has no name.
The Beast Titan said to let him know so he could take off. So once I figure out, because again I fucked up my credit and I'm trying to do it.
All right, we're gonna talk about this a little.
Wait.
No, we're gonna talk about this a little bit more after the mic shit because I have a couple of things running through.
Okay, so anyway, so the movie, he didn't like it. I thought it was so. I think it could have been way better. There's a lot of problems I had with it, and in a fucked up way, I don't want them to continue, but I think it got so much good praise they're gonna. But I just hate the whole how you get your powers. I fucking that really bugs me.
The way they got powers,
because it's not unique.
You know what was awesome? Like it was. Well, I don't want to say
like,
but it was semi interesting. I see. It was like I felt it's one of those things where you're in the room with maybe 3 suits and you're the one nerd. So you're the one nerd saying, "Just yo, do this," while they're just like, "Yeah, just say those catchy trademark lines that we paid for." Because when he was grabbing Kung Lao, and he's like, "Your soul is mine." If you see when he's grabbing it like this, that's
Yeah.
how he does it in Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy.
Okay.
Like the long hair Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
When he does it, he lets you here and the green glow. That's they did
Yeah.
the green. They did
Yeah.
the
they're
long
doing-
hair version.
Yeah.
Like you have to be a real nerd of this fucking franchise, so you have to be a gamer to know this which arc is each to know the versions of the character. Because if you already know, you know where which version of Sub Zero came from, and
Yeah.
you know where Scorpion really came from.
All right. And do you think they're gonna bring is it brother of Sub-Zero in?
They would
Since
have
he's gonna
to.
be Noob Saibot,
They would kill Noob Saibot, but if they want to bring in a human good guy from,
like a descendant,
from
whatever, with
Outerworld,
the scar on his eye,
they
or
will
whatever.
bring him in. He will be one.
Was he a good guy in the
will
book?
be Nightwolf will be the next.
See, they
one.
could have had like this is what I'm saying. Like, wait, I'm gonna
All right.
stop you
All right.
because this is where I totally agree with you. You could have took out the random new guy.
Mm.
You could have had all these humans that were fucking cool, like you said, Stryker. It could have been a story about Stryker, or just Sonya Blade,
They have a
or
lot
just
of
Johnny
basic
Blade,
humans.
or Jack.
Yeah.
But these are all humans from the Earth realm that are humans, right? That you could have done a basic story with. But I totally forgot. But he's one of my favorite characters. Is Nightwolf. Nightwolf's awesome, and I still like him in the second movie, even though the second movie is garbage. But it was
He's
funny.
Spanish.
Yeah, he's Spanish Nightwolf. But like you have all these cool human characters. Well, and another thing I hate about this movie, because Reptile is my favorite, and you bring the shittiest Reptile in, and then you just killed him off like he's a piece of shit. I know they did that in the first movie, but at least he look like a fucking ninja when he went to that little weird body thing, and he actually had the green suit. I wanted the green suit, motherfucker. God damn it. Being a stupid lizard thing. And Kano fucking rips out his heart.
Once
Bullshit.
again, it's
Bullshit. And that was a bullshit.
And he's
Kano.
honestly not even as good. Like the Deadly Alliance version of Reptile like that is probably better than the version that.
Even if he looked like scaly skin, but he had the mask and all
But
that,
he was
that would have
able
been
to
dope.
fight. He was able to he had hand to hand. He was just a beast in the shit.
Yeah, that's what I hated about it.
It was stupid, and I hated the fact that, and I get it, and I don't want to go into the female aspect of it.
I was gonna ask you about Melina.
But let me real quick, and I'm gonna go into Melina after this. The Kano was good. But Kano did not stand out that much to me.
No, but I like the
People say
metal
Kano
the
stand
metal
out.
side of the face.
I
I don't
know,
like that
and-
he got his one eye
And that's
power.
that's one of the reasons why he didn't stand out, because I would have liked for him to have a reason to put the metal there. Like I can't control the eye shit. At least some type of Cyclops shit.
Something like that, because
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna do that because they're like making Jax's arms, but they made him
It was about the
fucking
power shit.
weird. Yeah,
But what I hated, it was the fact that he killed Reptile, and it was like this boost to him, and then later on, he did the whole like, "Oh, I betrayed you. You didn't see it coming," and I was just like,
yeah,
I
sucks.
fucked it all up. Now to go into the next thing you said with Melina, I was okay with Melina. The only thing that pissed me off with Melina is that I felt like I watched a YouTube version of Mortal Kombat being made, and they had actual Melina teeth. Besides that,
Yeah,
I didn't care, because you don't have to show Katana, because Katana could be in a Shao Kahn prison
Yeah,
or whatever.
but I
Because you
was
still have the allure of Shao Kahn.
But I wanted
that could
more
tease some of that
Melina
shit.
teeth. Like I wanted more like the fucked up jaw. Like I know, like I felt like from the trailer, it looked like
But the only,
she's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy looking, but it was just like no, the whole movie looked like she just had blood
she
on her
had regular
cheeks.
normal shit. You know what sucks about it is that is the mix with the bloodline of the Baraka people.
Yeah,
So it's like, I hope that means that you're not gonna bring. Because I was like, if you don't bring Baraka and you don't make this story make better sense, and make a movie where Baraka is fucking murking at least two people,
yeah,
then you're stupid.
That was
Because
my
one, Baraka is a
sister.
fan favorite.
yes,
Two,
My second
you
favorite character of
killed
all
a
time.
fucking Melina. So now you killed off one of the two people that we have that are like that.
yeah.
And then three is just, nigga,
To believe,
let it be. Let Baraka, let the bad get some dubs. Nigga. What the
yeah, like
fuck?
stop making him look weak as shit.
Yes.
So, fuck this. We told your opinion. You see in the movie, whatever. We're gonna go into our final and last subject for today. Not for the week. We're gonna come out with another one
I'll be
probably
back
on Friday.
tomorrow.
We're gonna come back, but
Oh yeah.
we're gonna talk about the Bad Batch. Just came out today.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
May the 4th be with you. Huh?
All day with the shirts on. Oh, what's that? Oh, look at here.
I don't know how you want to do it, or you want me to do it first, or
to go into the Bad Batch. I'll just go in. I'll just throw my shit out there because I really don't like. I really did like the first episode. I didn't really catch a lot of Easter eggs, but at the same time, I wasn't looking. I was just watching for enjoyment. I loved how like the Crossfire switched to a Darth Trooper or whatever you want to call them. Fucking at the end was cool, but you seen the build for him.
yeah,
Rambo, aka fucking
Hunter.
Hunter.
Mm.
He is pretty fucking cool, but you know he's that main character cool. So
the leader.
he's not
Yeah.
meant to be the favorite. He's like Leonardo. Leonardo's
My
not meant to be the favorite.
He is mine.
But if you're a person that doesn't always like the leader, you're like that leader because he's the non like popular one because everybody's gonna like the side people.
Yeah,
Like everybody's
But-
gonna like Echo, everybody's gonna like fucking Crossfire, everybody or Crosshair, whatever. Everybody's gonna like Racket or however you say his name. You know what I mean?
just let you on a
Mm.
side note. I had my nephew watch the original first movie, and I think he liked it.
Which
Just
wait,
like that.
original
Ninja Turtles.
see, that's great because that's
Great.
how you learn about real shit.
I told
'cause-
him the first two are great, the best movies ever, Ninja Turtle movies ever made.
No,
Third one sucked,
I don't know.
and
Listen,
then the
the
other
only
one sucked.
Ninja Turtles movies ever made were the first. There is nothing else. after that.
And we could talk about that another day, but that's another day. So
And
going back to the
I'll
Bad
give
Batch.
all my nostalgia shit. Bad Batch. I like,
Splinter.
yeah, literally just me quoting lines for 2 movies straight. How was I gonna say? Thought it was a cool build up, a lot of teasers where it had you thinking, you know, the forces with Omega. I think Omega is either gonna have force powers or probably have like, you know,
The
at
super
least, like,
intelligence,
yeah, the
like where
super-
she just like the muscle
Yeah,
memory kind
yeah.
of shit.
like she's in between one of those.
Maybe both of them.
I think it was smart that they did it as clean and accurate as possible to coming
Mhm.
off of Clone Wars.
Yep.
That it was just like Order 66, boom, and then everything was happening.
Yes.
And it was like that's how you do it. So now where we have a clean slate.
Yes.
Now we could just go, and then if they want to start another show, now you have another show with a timeline.
Yep.
So this is one of the things, and I know he probably didn't realize it because I don't think he went through the Disney app the way I did. They OD'd on the Star Wars page. They put the YouTube shit that you were showing me with the
Yeah.
General
And I was going to
Grievous.
tell you,
Yeah.
make a separate profile because when you were watching it today,
Nah, fuck you.
I couldn't
nigga.
revert. I
I'ma
couldn't
keep on my profile. I'm out here being a savage.
Piece of
Fuck
shit.
you, nigga. I thought about that today too. Now I smoked my blunt and I said, fuck nigga.
I'm gonna go back on his HBO Max. I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna even watch it. I'm gonna let it play so it's on his continue watching playlist.
All you have to do is just watch everything that you think I will watch.
No, I'm gonna watch the opposite. So it's on.
Oh,
your
to piss me off even
continue-
more, yeah. Because then my algorithms be fucked up. I'm like, no, I would never watch Pretty in Pink. Never.
It's a classic. Don't like you don't like that redheaded girl.
Listen, I love Molly Ringwald. You know how much I remember her? That's how much I love her.
I know. So I was like, wow, you remember her
I-
name. Oh, I hate gingers so much.
That makes me even more love her. Oh, you fucking redheaded.
Well, I thought the exact same thing because once they said Order 66, it put me in the timeline like, yes, good. Now you're given a timeline. Even with the little Jedi kid that they let go,
Yeah,
I was just like, yes, because you could. That's another story. Like you already know that's another story.
No, he's one of the things that I do, and I kind of do it with not Resident Evil, Walking Dead as well. Is like, you know, in the video games they had the sidecast, so they had the Jedi Order shit, the last video game that I had that you
Uh-huh.
seen I was playing.
Yeah.
So I always looking to see if his name gets said. I do the same show with Walking Dead.
What name?
Basically, fuck, what the hell's his name again? cannot remember his name right now. But oh no, Carl. His name was Carl. It was Carl, and then which was the most non-Jedi shit possible. But it was fucking Carl. Now that
Carl.
I'm thinking about it was literally Carl.
God, I wish I had an editor so I could put the Walking Dead Carl.
You know, it's fun because that's where I'm going to. Like, I'm going to Walking Dead, and you would think like, oh, Andrew's drunk and he's saying that, but no, his name was literally like Cal, Carl, like shit like that. It was very simple. And then when you
Talk about the Force Awakens or the other one where it's like the Force Awakens
the
with
one that
Ginger guy.
I had for the PS4, the one that it was the redhead ginger guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like the Force Awakens, just with another guy. Even though
Which
the Force
I should've
Awakens
went
is a
and
good
bought that.
storyline.
But we'll talk about that later after this.
Yeah.
We don't talk about a lot of shit after this.
I know. Don't worry, it's gonna be a long ass podcast. Again, this is what happens when you don't. We haven't even like really talked at all. Like we were supposed to make a podcast last week, and it just didn't happen. Like we just sat here, got drunk, talking mad shit, yelling at each other, and then leaving mad late at night. It was just fucking.
So
weird.
I gotta let shit out, and then you come back and you come to work, and you do what we do.
Yes,
And
This
this
is-
is what I do.
this is
I
a job.
talk shit and I let shit out. I'm venting now. I'm out here. I'm open. I'm here for you people. Oh yeah, everybody who knows us because we know.
Our two fans that.
That's why I was trying to keep a serious face because I was like, how do I say it nonchalantly? I know who's
Fuck it.
possibly
We're
watching.
gonna get popular because
Yeah.
once we get popular and people look at this, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a fan." I'm like, no, this is before we
love
had fans.
Y'all know me through my depression. They ain't gonna know me through my light. I mean,
Once it becomes a passive income, you're gonna see us dressing in suits coming in here with the whole
Go ahead.
setup. Like,
Listen. I ain't watched that fucking episode.
yeah, fuck that. We're talking about some real shit
Yeah.
now.
Nah.
You got your 401k on point? I'm like, wait, what happened? It's supposed to be.
They gotta do my
popular.
taxes and it's I'm in a different bracket.
How the fuck? He ain't living here.
Fuck New York. I'm out. I'm moving to Florida. I'll be there tomorrow. Going to Miami at 6.
Butler, pack all my shit up tonight. Fuck this.
And that's just a lit life. It's like, nah, but
Yeah, we talked about the Bad Batch. Let's get back into it.
back to the Bad Batch. Back to, us not making stupid jokes. Because we're never gonna be rich.
Shut the fuck up. We are. Keep it positive.
Nah, on some real shit. Ooh, as I took the mic off.
It's gonna happen.
The Bad Batch, it was good. It was funny. It was a good hour to explain the story. It built up Omega. It left the possibility of anybody having force powers, being a Jedi, being anything, because of the fact that they started the show off with that. I think the only thing that they need to do, besides having Cross Eye or Crosshair or Cross whoever the fuck he is again,
It's cross.
kill
It's
a
crosshair.
yeah, like I know he's coming off as the main villain.
But yeah, they're gonna.
They
do
gotta
something with it.
add, or at least show a super, somebody that's more like intimidating, even if he's not the host. Let Vader pop up, say some shit, say a line or two, and then
Yeah.
disappear.
Yeah.
And then after that, we don't see him again. But you know what that did? That just let us know that he's there. That's all I want.
No.
After that,
Well,
I'm done.
have you ever watched Rebels yet?
I've gone through Rebels, but I haven't finished it.
All right. So for anybody, fuck you if you haven't watched it. It's spoilers because it's been like years now. But Rebels was good in that aspect, but this
That's
is
why
where
I'm
they
starting my own
failed.
profile so I can watch Rebels peacefully.
This is where they
Peaceful.
failed with Rebels. Was they bring in these people called Inquisitors, and these
Yes, I
Inquisitors
know
have
about
like a
Inquisitors.
weird lightsaber that
I know.
spins
I love the
and all
lightsaber.
that. But in no other thing that I know of have they ever bring Inquisitors in, but they were working with Vader because Vader was in that show, and obviously, you see Maul and Vader and all that shit. And I would love to see that in this show, like the birth of a Inquisitor or something, like bring it back, bring like you said, like I don't wanna, not that I don't wanna, because every time you see Vader is awesome, but I don't want Vader to be a focal point. Like you said, like I think by the mid or end of the season, Crosshair is going to be on the team again.
No, he's
and
not.
then
just let it go.
no, he's gonna be on the team
Let it-
again. He's gonna be on the
gonna
fucking team
He
again.
gonna get shot in the face.
No, he's not. By Omega.
Yep. Omega gonna be
But-
Omega Destroyer.
But what I do think, see, this is what
a
I
soundbite guy because there's a lot of shit that I want to say soundbite wise. I can't say.
there's a couple things that like I'm hoping for, not this season but this series, is kind of like because one of the reasons why I like Star Wars is because of the Jedi concept.
All right.
Now, I'm not saying I want the Jedi to be a main character.
No, they shouldn't
s-
be main characters, but they should be part. Like you give them a story or two. that's
Yeah,
fine.
like
Yeah.
like a 2-episode arc or
Yeah,
something. Like,
yeah.
because I feel like they're gonna come back to that little boy. He's a little
They
Jedi.
should always have, because you always have the Jedi's out. That's the whole part of going into this part of the story
Yeah.
where now everything is scattered. It's
Yeah.
not controlled.
Yes.
So now you have anything. That's what made Mandalorian good.
Yeah.
It's because you didn't know what he was gonna land into when he went into that planet,
Yeah.
and it made it fucking cool.
Yes. So it's like I have faith in this shit. Like I think so, because like you said, it was an hour good first
A
episode.
good. I
but-
loved it the way it started. Like
It didn't. I think from start to finish, it was good. There was
no,
no,
it was
like,
a great
slow
episode.
point.
No, it was a great episode. Honestly, the start off is something that came off of the Clone Wars. The
I'm just gonna
best-
make myself
yeah,
a drink.
The
So let
best
him
way
talk.
to introduce like the Clone Wars was like, you know what? Oh, we did the Bad Batch on Clone Wars the last season, and then what they do, they started off Clone Wars, Star Wars, Clone Wars. Then they did the Fire, and it went into that, like it's saying like the Bad Batch, and then it goes right into basically Order 66. So within Order 66, breaking down like everybody getting shot and then them not under, like that's something that you gotta understand. Like if you never watched the shit, they didn't understand like what was happening. So niggas are shooting, blah blah blah. Why they killing the Jedi? They're saying they not following orders. All of this random shit is happening, but since they're the Bad Bunch or Bad Batch, whatever you want to call it,
You're fucking horrible. Invisible, incredible, bad bunch, bad something, bad
was-
bunny.
yeah.
Just said
I almost said Bad Bunny.
bad baby, bad
Yeah.
bunny, but
They're
it's
the-
2 B's.
They're the bad people. They're fucked up product, so they don't get
yeah,
into that mind
except
control.
for
Yeah.
Crosshair. Crosshair was
So
cool.
as you know, he's a Crosshair fan.
Actually, it's not even just that. I like teams like this that have a specific quality to them, and that's why I was getting mad at Echo, because I was just like, what are you gonna do? Like, you have the tech guy already. Unless you could control robots, which apparently you can't yet, then what's the point of being half robot? Like,
No, but we haven't seen what he did yet. He's not done yet.
he's not done.
A lot of them aren't.
they're gonna
done
have
yet.
their
It was just a
episodes.
build up. This whole episode was a build up, but it was a good build up.
Oh yeah,
I don't have the Easter eggs for you, so don't expect Easter eggs.
can I tell you what the Easter eggs are? I really think they are.
Okay.
Is the Order 66 is an Easter egg. Everything it's just Easter eggs to show the timeline, the planet.
But it's
all that
It's
stuff.
a multiple explanation because goes down to Force Awakening where Finn
Force
is like
Awakens.
Force Awakens. Oh, my fault. Force Awakens. Yeah, my English isn't proper when I'm fucking slurred. So Force Awakens, where Finn has his realization in the beginning of the movie, it kind of teases that's like he's like one of those sample subjects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always been there. So that story doesn't really me like
No,
the
it's,
story for them that makes me go like, oh, I want to know is I want to see how they move around the galaxy, knowing that they're the outcasts.
Yeah, and I want to see. All right, so the timeline is there. So blah blah blah. I'm just trying to see, like, they're gonna run into people from Clone Wars that you thought was
Some
possibly
people,
dead,
They're gonna run yes,
but they might actually bring back Samuel Jackson, his character.
that's not happening.
Yes, it is. He only fell out a window
I
and has
just
his
love
own
shutting
turned
your
up.
shit down, but I just want to point.
He says he wants to be him again.
I was,
George Lucas like, no, he's the only black Jedi.
he's
and
the
that's
only
it.
black Jedi,
That's
and
it.
you're not coming back because Quentin Tarantino's not making a Jedi movie.
Oh, can you imagine he directed an
That
episode of
would
Bad
be
Batch?
so bloody, but it would be awesome and great, and I would love it. But no, he's
It'll
not
be like
coming
Pulp
back.
Fiction where shit's happening in reverse.
When Mace Windu died, if we had, I don't.
He
wanna
didn't
get,
die.
I don't want
You
to
didn't
get.
see him die.
I don't want to get into the Star Wars arguments. 'Cause
Listen, he didn't
there's a
die.
lot of arguments
He's
out there.
alive. He's the strongest
I'm not
Jedi.
saying that Mace Windu died.
He's stronger
I'm
than
saying
Yoda.
Mace Windu fell out the window, and Mace Windu almost killed Sidious.
I'm so happy that you didn't say Insidious. You've been fucking up words today.
He almost killed him.
Almost killed him, but he got weak for 2 seconds. No, it wasn't even weak. It was Anakin.
He looked at
almost
Anakin and he said, "Anakin, get these snakes off these motherfuckers."
killed him. No,
Imagine this is why I need a soundbite thing.
I hate sand.
But yeah, he got distracted by Anakin, and it threw
Yeah.
and he was like, "Power!" I just want to let you know, after all of this, I'm either watching NXT or rewatching nothing but fucking action scenes from Star Wars. So
We'll
I'm just
find a
trying to-
YouTube page that
Yeah,
clip them all together.
it's gonna happen. I'm just trying to get through this now, where I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
I just want to talk shit.
But we're basically done. It was a good episode. It was fucking a good hour long, which is great. Anything that's longer that I like, I fucking like it. I don't want anything to be short. I hate people that are just like, but this is
Short attention
This man-
spans, I understand. And honestly, if you watch this episode when we put this out, that I understand, we done told you multiple times, disclaimer wise, we just rambling and we just bullshitting, we just catching up. We just talking shit like if we were talking shop.
yeah.
And honestly, that's gonna happen a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the
'Cause
way it's gonna
This summer is
be,
gonna be fucking crazy.
yeah, because I'm
We're
planning
gonna have nerdy bitches here talking.
kind of like that, yeah. Because that's pretty much where I'm leaning towards. I am pushing.
We're
the
going to a
envelope.
convention and New York Comic Con's happening. We got to make those T-shirts. I'm bringing the fucking thing. We're getting some nerdy girls to come to Long
'Cause
Island,
at the end of the day,
and we're gonna have drinks and a
a nigga is winning. Try to show on nigga like a nigga ain't do shit before.
I don't
Like, man,
care.
I'm out here looking clits before. I do work.
So
I'm out
just
here
expect that October is gonna be
flipping
some.
shit. Don't you think I'll flip shit? Think Danny's flip? You been to a diner, bitch? Bitch, you ever been flipped by a real nigga? By a Puerto Rican that was
Oh
pissed
Lord,
off?
maybe we shouldn't have them with you drinking, unless it's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
like,
flip you
oh shit,
faster than 3
Did-
pancakes in a
this is getting real. Hold on, we're gonna stop the podcast. Oh shit,
let me
we
stop.
come back sweating and shit. Like,
Listen,
yeah, they had to leave.
I-
So let's talk about the new movie.
I go on random tangents. I know.
No, it's all good.
Crazy.
It's all good. We joke.
A
And-
kid, like I did though.
But yeah,
We're gonna have fun. We're definitely about to have mad random shit.
yeah,
It's definitely gonna be a lot of lit, interesting nights
yes,
of bullshitting
yes,
because this is last summer that we're gonna do it physically in the same presence,
yeah. You're gonna see a lot of Zoom shit.
and then we're gonna go to Zoom until we could get back to this.
Yes,
But so
We're gonna
let's
buy a house,
enjoy and have
and
fun.
one of those extra rooms are gonna be a studio. So
Yeah.
sorry to
That's
my
why I
family.
said like we got a lot of shit we gotta talk about. So I gotta get off this shit. So me
Yeah.
and this nigga could talk.
Let's
we gotta
go.
talk grown folk shit. Know what I mean,
So I hope you enjoyed this. I know you've been waiting.
so let's go.
You know how to follow us. Just get our YouTube up,
Mhm.
get our follows up. We got Twitter, Instagram, all that bullshit. Instagram we don't really use
Listen,
until Comic Con
Y'all give us
probably.
enough money, I'll get a liposuction. I'll be your new Tupac.
So have a good one. This motherfucker just walked off screen.